do a live stream. Okay, and I'm assuming you already have the book, so I won't be going into details where to get one, so I can just probably open the book and show you how to use it. Okay. Oh shit, yeah, I forgot one thing. You don't have to open the book because I have it here. You don't have to open the book. I have it here. I will show you on my screen. So, can you see my screen now? Can you see it? Can you see what's going on? If you can see what's going on, then I think it's fine. Yeah, okay. It's acting so slow. So everything is clear, right? Wait, just give me 1 second. I need to find a way where I can see the messages. It's really hard to deal with them. The chats, right? Yeah. Is everything clear? If everything is clear, you can just send me one last message so I can proceed with the. Oh, nice. Let me just show you how Chinese characters work. So I'll be teaching you how to use this book, right? Like, I won't be teaching you how to learn Chinese, but how to use the tools to learn Chinese. Anyways, first thing first, if you ask me about the pronunciation, the way Chinese pronunciation work is you have to know all the sounds. Every sound in Chinese language that you can see and you can find out. For example, this word ni hao. Right, I mean these characters ni hao, like you can see that the sounds are coming from. Wait, I have to find where is ni. Where is n? Yeah, ni hao. I have to find. So you see, like this is the n. Wait, I think I need a marker. This is the n, and this is the I. So later down here you see like this ni, and then I mean this book is not showing you. There are also 4 tones in Chinese language. And by the way, this session is not about how to learn speaking Chinese, but to recognize these characters. I'll be explaining you, but I'm just giving you a foresight here. And there are 4 tones in Chinese language. So one is flat tone, the other one is raising tone. You can see it here, like I'm writing it up here. And the other one is falling and then rising, and the other one is falling. So there are 4 tones in Chinese language. So this ni, actually the way you write it is like this, ni, like with the 3rd tone, right? I mean the one you see here for this character, you use this pronunciation. And similarly for the other character hao, you can find the h here. Wait, let me just find h. So you see this h, it is over here, h. And not ha this time, or hi, whatever. Like, I mean there are all these certain sounds. You have to know this table, so you can see how over here, right? So it's not like, so this ni hao sound was already present in this table. It's not that it is some kind of a sound which will not, which you won't find in any Chinese language or something. Any sound which you find here in Chinese can be derived from this table. It's called like pinyin, by the way, phonetic alphabet. Anyhow, this section is not about how to learn how to pronounce all these Chinese characters. I'm going to be showing you what exactly does this ni and how means, and I think I can demonstrate it much better if I open wait. I think I can. So the session is about how to learn these characters. Like, how do I know? How can I write these Chinese characters and what exactly do they mean? Because I mean, right now, like, you have no idea how to write them. So let's say I'll be writing something down here, and of course I will give you an explanation first, but later, once you will have the trick, once you understand how these Chinese characters work, then I'm gonna ask you for something, and you will translate it. You will tell me the meaning of that character. So I'm writing this Chinese character down for you. Can you tell me what does it mean? Do you have any idea? Hmm? Like, you literally have no sense. You are. It's not a letter. Come on, for God's sake, it's not a letter. Yeah, I mean, I still respect your imagination. Whatever you are thinking, I still respect that. But still, it's not a ladder. Okay, but I still appreciate your efforts, whatever you are putting here. Anyways, it will be clear. You know, it will be clear to you. Don't worry. So let's say this character is comprised of, I mean, just like all these other characters as well, but I'm just taking this example now. It is comprised of two things. So every time you write a Chinese character, there is always a radical, and then there is a core. So every time you have a radical, oh shit, wait. How about now? Wait, give me 1 second. Yeah, how is it the internet now? Not, no. Is it fine now? You can hear me, right? Oh, yeah, sure, okay. All I was saying is a Chinese character is comprised of a radical and a core. So basically, you can break down the Chinese characters into different components, you know, and you can make a Chinese character. So now the question is like, what does this mean and what does this mean? I'll be explaining you. This, by the way, this is a Chinese character. Anyhow, let me tell you, but I think I can still show you one more thing before I can come to the explanation. So like, this book contains all of these lessons that can help you learn Chinese. Even the very first lesson is about is Chinese difficult to learn? Zhongwen nan bu nan? And then the other one is like Tan mu shui Zhongwen. It's like everything you pretty much need from a textbook. So the first lesson is about Zhongwen nan bu nan. And the way it works is, this is the pinyin which I showed you from the chart. All the sounds, like, you don't know how to pronounce this word, right? So for that, like, you have this pinyin to help you, but this is not what we are focusing on today. But let's say even if you have to finish this lesson, like it only lasts for 1 page. The other one is like traditional characters. And by the way, yeah, one more thing, Chinese characters, there are 2 ways of writing a Chinese character. One is the simplified way and the other is traditional way. Simplified, it's simple, of course, just like the name implies, and traditionally it is much more complicated. But I would still recommend, if you're new to learning Chinese and you want to learn it as your hobby or something, I would still recommend you to learn to go with simplified, because it's much easier and it is still widely used. Like if you go to China, you will find 80% of the time simplified characters are used. Unless like if there is a need for it, you can learn traditional, but I would recommend you to learn simplified. So you see all these characters, right? Like from the start to end. Let's say even in this one page, if you finish all of these, if you know all of these characters, which I think is about going to be about like maybe less than 300, I suppose. Like all you see is, I think around about 150 or 200 Chinese characters, right? If you have to know all of these, I can pretty much guarantee you that your HSK level 1, no, it's not so many, you know, like in Chinese there are actually 80,000 characters, 80,000, right? I'm not exaggerating here. But if you only know 3,000 of them, you can still read a Chinese article or a Chinese book and Chinese newspaper or whatever. And this is only 200 of them, which are the most basic. So if you have to learn all of these, you can read almost all of material that is HSK level 1. So yeah, it can be done. Which I think if you give yourself 1 month or something, you can do it. But so today I think the agenda of this stream, or like I don't know how much time do we have, but the whole point of like this session is to teach you how you can learn these characters individually. Like, you know, what does this mean? What does this character mean? This mean? Like from right now, when I just write this character to you, like you were having no idea what does it mean. So I'm just teaching you the trick to learn these Chinese characters faster. Anyhow, let me just show you something. Like this book is really interesting, by the way. If you come here all the way down to page, yeah, how are Chinese characters created? This is a very interesting topic. It can tell you how the Chinese characters were formed and what is the origin of these Chinese characters is. But let's not go into history. But I will be showing you what exactly are we doing, because you can pretty much read it yourself once you know the Chinese, and I think it would be more rewarding that way. But for now, like I can just show you how to read Chinese characters. Alright. You see this thing, whatever you call it, table or whatever. This is Jiaguwen, which means like the earlier Chinese characters, which is about like I think 3,000 years ago. And this is Jianhuazi, which means like the current version. So I think if you look at all these images, the earlier like 3,000 years ago, the Chinese characters were images pretty much. So can you tell me what this thing is, like the one, like this one? Can you tell me like what this thing is? No, I mean just look at the image. It's just an image. What does it show you? It is clearly an image of something. Use your imagination, just like you were saying ladder for that character. So what does this thing imply? Like, don't you see this thing as an object? It's not a rocket, for God's sake. Like, use your imagination and be practical. Yeah, fish. It's a fish. Yeah, it's a fish. So no, this is not the kite. It's a fish. But anyways, like you see, like this thing is 3,000 years ago, and this thing is like the current version. You know, like today's. You can just say today Chinese or whatever. You know. So now, to represent fish, to write fish, you use this character. But 3,000 years ago, if you have to tell someone a fish, it was a fish, you have to draw it. You have to literally draw it. To some extent, like you can see that some of the other versions, like you have to literally draw the object as it was. So Chinese is a pictorial language. You see one thing, you draw it, and you call it a day. So just like this thing, like, can you tell me like what does this thing is? Do you have any idea? Yeah, it's a turtle. Exactly, it's a turtle. So similarly, like you have to represent turtle now. Like you write this character, but you can see the difference. You can clearly see the difference that earlier, back there, it was something that you literally, whatever. You literally have to draw this thing. You know, like you literally have. If you have to explain something, you have to draw it. But now, like these are characters. It has been formed and shaped into characters. But anyways, like coming back to the example now, yeah, this will help you immensely. Now let me do it. let me explain you what a radical is in a Chinese character and what is a core in a Chinese character. So basically, core will so the meaning, so the main meaning behind, so this character, right? Let me write it down again. Let's say if I have to say that the core was this thing, right? So that means you know how the core is. Core is something main. You know, some core is something integral or like something center of the attention some of something, right? So like core will derive the root. Yeah, exactly. You can say that. You know, it will imply the meaning, but the radical is going to extend what this thing was all about. But anyways, like if I have to write, and by the way, a code itself can be a character. You can't say that like a Chinese character all the time it is made up of a radical and a core. A code in it of itself can be a Chinese character. Okay, it can be a Chinese character itself. Now this thing is a Chinese character, so of course like you don't know how to read it, but I'll be helping you. I'll be helping you derive a meaning from this character. So this character, it's called mu, which you use for I, you know, Ankh, I, mu. So this is how you read it, by the way. So you can clearly understand now, like this word has something to do with the, yeah, it has something to do with the I, right? Because I mean the core, it is mu, it means I. So this character has to do something with the I. And now it is the puzzle part, like what does this radical means? You know, like if this means I, what does this radical means? So by the way, this is a radical you use for water. Okay, water. So now you give me the meaning. Like if I add this thing, you know, if I add, I think I will read. If I add water plus I, what does it mean? What meaning does it give? Can you come up with something? Come on, I just made it so simple for you now. I water, Ansu, yeah, tear, exactly. Yeah, you're right, you're 100% right. So see, I just told you, like, it's not going to be this hard, only if you know the trick. So let me just do it. If I write, you see, mu, it means I. You can clearly see that. It means I. And by the way, I was wrong with the tone. You know, it is not the third tone, it is fourth tone, by the way. It's my mistake. But anyways, you can see the word. Can you see it? Can you see it is written over here? I can't show you exactly, like, if I can highlight it, but yeah, see. But if I come down and just type layer, the second one, it means tear. Can you see it? Like if you look down in the teardrop, you know, tear. Can you see it? And if I can break it, I wish if I was running Pleco. Yeah, just give me 1 second. I think I can run Pleco on. Just give me 1 second. You know, I just need to connect my phone. Yeah, it's okay, I'm back. Can you hear me? I just needed something to connect my phone. Alright, let me just run it. Because of why is that, right? So this is something you can even install on your phone. It's called Pleco. It's a dictionary app, you know. Pleco, it's a dictionary app. If I can show you what I mean. Can I do it? Wait. You can see it, right? You can see the phone. Right. Yeah, I will just write it down, don't worry. Like, but you just have to know that it exists. So this character, you can see, you know, Lie, teardrop, right? If I come to the characters, or yeah, whatever characters, you can see the components or the core, you know, like the components. It is comprised of like this thing, you know, like for the water, and this thing for the eye. And by the way, don't confuse yourself with you know, so by the way, this radical, I know it's way too complicated to explain you here in one call, but this is like a radical way of writing water, and this is a character way of writing a water, you know. So yeah, don't confuse yourself, but you get the idea, right? You get the idea. What does this tear is made of? It is made up of water plus eye, so it is tear, right? Okay, anyways, like let's do it, you know, let's play a game. Now you will tell me all the meaning of all these other characters. So you pretty much know that this thing is water, right? Wait, I think I have to make things a little interesting. You can still see it, right? Like, can you still see the character? So if I go all the way down here, I give you the example of this thing, Lie, right? Can you see it? I give you the example of Lie. So can you just tell me, like, what does this mean? And in case if you don't know what the character means, you know, like this character means gun, it means to work. So water plus to work, what does it imply? What does it imply? Could you just tell me? Do you have any idea? What does, come on, you must have some idea. Just like you, so it's by the way, it's like a kind of a work you do, like you know, labor work or something, you know, like let's say you do some kind of labor work, and when you're doing a labor work, you produce some kind of water, and it's, by the way, it's something like that is related to human body. So it's, yeah, exactly, you see, like it means sweating, sweat, see, exactly. So similarly, you know, like for the river, I won't be like going into the detail of like in each individual character, but you probably get the idea. Like let's say if this has to mean river, there must be like a meaning behind it, you know. I mean, so the thing I want to teach you is that, like, every time you write something down, just like let's say ni hao, you know, like ni something, there is a meaning, there is a meaning behind, some kind of hidden meaning behind all of these characters. Are you getting it now? Am I making it clear? Are you understanding this part? Because I mean, if you're understanding this part, then it's okay. Yeah, okay. So you see, I mean, all of these things, they are not insects. Like all these Chinese characters, there is a logic behind it, there is a meaning behind it. So this is something like you have to find out. Like let's say, you know, like if this radical, you know, like this one was with the double one, this is with the single, so like it means ice, it means ice, and you know, so like cold, so like you can already see like all these characters which has been made, right? Using that thing is the way it works. Yeah, so this is pretty much it. Like, do you have any idea? Like, I mean, I think you got the logic behind how a Chinese character work, right? It's not too complicated, is it? Wait, what do you mean I can increase your volume? Sure. Shoot. I don't know, you know, wait, one second. Yeah, is it fine? Can you still hear my voice? Not But why is it too low? Wait, let me just do the audio setting. Yeah, I think no. Wait, this is speaker. You know, my microphone is also full. It is my speaker. Wait a minute. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. I think it's working fine from my side. I don't know why, like, it's causing a problem from your side, but holy shit. Yeah, don't worry. You know, I'm recording this session. Like, you can get the recording, and I think in the recording everything will be fine. Everything will be good. But so you get the idea, like, how does these Chinese character work? And I can actually give you one more book which will make things much more easier. It's called Chinese, right? I can find that one. I have it right. I think I don't have it. Just need to search it then, or maybe I can just do a Google that time. Let me just do it. Let me just search if I can find. Else I have to download it, but I think it will be also available on internet. It's really. So I mean, this session, the whole point of doing this session is to help you learn Chinese characters, right? Like, so now you can probably understand that these are not some random insects or some random lines you draw. They are proper Chinese characters, you write, and they have like a logic and they have a meaning behind them. Just give me 1 second. I just need to find out, like, if I have it or not. I don't know if it is the internet that is slow or something, but it's clearly not working. Yeah, I think I can download it. Wow, nice. Chinese coloring book. I'm not sure if this is the one, but let's see if it is. This book will help you a lot. Oh yeah, the meeting is also about to end in 10 minutes. No, seems like I don't have it. Don't worry, I think I'll find it. I'll find it and I'll send it to you. But all I need right now is to just check that the one I downloaded is the one. And I think I do need a new laptop for myself as well. I think this is not the one. Yeah, this is clearly not the one because of the pages and everything. This is not the one. I just have to find it, right? Find the right one. But anyways, you know what, like, you get the idea how these Chinese characters work and how to probably use them. And I think this session we can actually, yeah, I think it's already 10 minutes left. So do you have any questions? Like, do you have any questions regarding like what we have learned so far? I know, like, it's way too short to just to tell you everything exactly now, but I think now you might have a clear understanding of how a Chinese character works. like in the most simple terms. Mm-hmm. And do you have any questions? Yeah, do you have any questions? Every character has, yeah, I mean, not all the time. So sometimes, the logic is not downright thing, like, I mean, the way. So a Chinese character, like, it is not 100%. It sometimes it doesn't 100% make sense, right? So let's say, like, if someone, it is not simple, like you have an eye and then you have some water, so it will means a tear. Not even 90%. I think it's totally, but yeah, you can still see that, like, it's clearly there. If it is there, it is there for a reason, that is for sure. But sometimes it could be anything else, it could be any other reason. But yeah, like, you can say that, like, 80 to 90% of time, like, if it is there, it is there for a reason. Wait, Chinese. Yeah, so this is the one, Chinese, the book. Just have to download it. You need a Discord for that, right? Yeah, so I mean, I will download this book and I will just show you it. If I can find out some examples from the internet, where does this book teach you about Chinese character, will also be help. Yeah, see? So you can pretty much take an example from, because I mean, they beautifully illustrate, like, all these characters. Then this one was more interesting. This is way too short now. But you can see, like, you can clearly understand what all of these characters are, looking at the meaning behind it, or the way the picture is showing you. Like, you can see it's fire, so like, it's fire. But actually, you know what, like, this is more funny, that like, if you look at this thing clearly, so the up and down, this is like run, the down one, this is run, which you use for a person, which you use for a person, by the way. But like, if you look at the fire, it is pretty much the same thing, but other than that, you have, like, all these two dots, like, or whatever, to this thing to represent. It's just clear, it just means it's just showing that, a person is on fire. So you can take an example from that thing. And this thing is a mouth, which is literally the character of mouth, mouth, like, this is a mouth, it is a door, and it is a mountain, it is moon, it is sun, like, it's daytime, it's sun, it is nighttime, it's moon, and it's a tree, so, like, are you getting it? So it's like, in this book you have all of these examples regarding all these Chinese characters, right? So it can help you. So it makes things a lot easier, because I mean, the book I will send you right now, it's like a little bit, it's going to be a little bit hard for you. It is for intermediate learners, right? It's not for beginners. But I think this is more oriented to beginners, like this thing. I think you can take example from this book, and I can just send it to you. I'll just probably email you, and it can help you. Yeah. Yeah, so this is pretty much it, right? Like, this is what I wanted to show you. And I think, like, if you know, where are you? Wait. If you know, yeah, let's say if you have to start from the lesson 1, if you know what does it mean, then it becomes really easy to read. So for example, this thing, let's break it down, and we can just end the session by explaining what does this thing mean. So this is actually a Chinese word. Sometimes is comprised of two words. It's not like a single character, right? Like a single character in itself can give you example, but let's say if you want to form a word, you often need them to be two. You know, like a Chinese character is a Chinese word is made up of two characters, right? So yeah, this is thing. You know, like this thing is a thing, and then this is a thing, and you can see that, you know, like the one, this character and this character is same, which is actually simple compound of two words. Yeah, you can say that. Not two words but two characters, you know, just like in the alphabet you write, in alphabet you write apple, right? Like, so this is composed of like all these alphabet A B B L E, right? But in Chinese there is no concept of ABC, right? And you can't just write apple like this in Chinese. You know, you have to know the character. So in apple, so in Chinese you have, when you write apple, you write pinguo, you know, like you write pinguo. So the one character, you know, right, one character is there for the to represent the fruit, but the to represent the fruit which is about it is about, and the other character is going to represent the fruit. For example, this one, you know, like this represent fruit. So this guo, you know, it represents fruit. Wait, let me just give you an example. Wait, are you there? Can you hear me? Wait. Not food, fruit. Wait, let me just do it. Oh, sure, yeah, I think it got disconnected. Wait. Yeah. If I write apple over here, you see, apple, pinguo. So the second one, it means fruit, and the first one, like, it's a, like, it is something that you used to put it with this thing, you know, I mean, to just make, let's say if you want to write apple, so the first character has to be the character for the apple, but the second has to show the meaning that it's a fruit, right? Let's say if you want to write mango, so like, of course mango is a fruit, so the fruit part is going to be there, but you see, mango, so the fruit part is going to be there, but like for the character for the mango, you have to change it, but like you can see that the character for the fruit is there, so like it's simply, but you know, like let's say you want to write grapes, so the fruit part is not going to be there anymore, so like the way you write grapes is totally different from how you write apple or mango or banana, but banana is also different, by the way, but some, you know, I mean, some fruits are different from the other, but anyways, like you get the idea, like sometimes it is there to make things less complicated. So the fruit part was there, so you can write apple, mango, as long as you know the character for the fruit and the character for the respectable meaning they give, right? But let's say, you know, so you can see that this